I've been doing this for 3 years. I started in June of 2020, and I just now realized I've been doing a lot of things backwards. There's a lot of you that might be thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and I highly encourage everybody one day just to do 1, 2, 10 videos so you can get into the mindset and learn a little bit more about the process of becoming a YouTuber. I know this is not for everybody because not everybody wants to do this, but stay with me because I think you find YouTube to be very interesting. If you're new to my channel, my name is Charles Wollertz. This is Wollertz Photography, and this is a channel where we do all things photography. There's 2 reasons why people do YouTube. One is just to make videos to share with their family and friends, to keep them updated. If you go somewhere, you want to make a video just to share with family and friends. 90-something% of YouTubers out there do it as a business. This is a business. You can make a lot of money if you do it right, which I haven't. So let's stick with me and I'll show you why I missed some of these points completely, because I have no idea about the business side of YouTube, and I haven't found any other YouTubers out there explaining the business side of YouTube. So let's get to it. Yes, you can make some money through YouTube with ad revenue. That's what most of us do. Is as soon as you reach 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize your channel and get paid for the ads that YouTube puts on your videos. They're gonna put the ads there anyway, so might as well get a little bit of money for those ads. If I show you my analytics, you can see that there's a week where there was 0 income. And I'll explain this a little bit later, but you can see how, as a business, you can generate some money. Most people that start a YouTube channel already have a business. So you have your legal documents, you have a product, you have something to sell, whether it's digital, whether it's physical, whether it's anything like that, you have a product. It could be yourself, as you're promoting yourself. I didn't have that. I just started making videos because I thought the ad revenue would be enough. It's not. Now, I happen to have other sources of income like stock photography that helps me, and I can try to build this up to a higher level where I could make a full-time living doing YouTube because I enjoy it. I actually like it. It's almost like an addiction, but you can see how you need multiple sources of revenue, which YouTube gives you. Most people start with their products and they can promote a product, promote themselves, promote what they're doing to sell it out through their audience. I'm teaching photography. Nobody watching the channel is looking to buy photography. You're looking how to learn so you could do what I'm teaching you instead of buying it from me, right? I mean, that's just, no, let's be honest. You're not looking at this because you want to buy that. You're looking at this because you want to learn how to do that, which is totally acceptable. That's perfect. That's how I learned photography. So that is one thing I did not do right. I didn't have a product. I didn't have this. I didn't have anything lined up. I just started making videos for the sake of making videos. But yeah, now I have a product. I made a calendar and I have just a few left, but I had no way of selling it. I printed the calendars back in like September, and I had no way of selling it because I didn't even have a website. Recently, I was watching Game of Thrones again, and there's a scene where Arya Stark goes down the old town, whatever, and she's selling oysters, clams, and cockles.
Oysters, clams, and cockles!
You have to tell people what you're selling. If they don't know you're selling anything, no one's gonna buy anything. So with that said, there's calendars, there's a link here in the description. If you're interested, let me know. I have a few left. Now, remember when I talked about the dip in the income and how I went from making money to not making any money? Well, that's because recently I started an LLC. I talked to a lawyer. He recommended me do this. Now, this was my case. If you need a lawyer, go ahead and talk to somebody and find out what works for you. But for me, it was good to have an LLC and to set this up as a business because I want to do this for a long time. When I did the business, when I very first started YouTube, everything was under my name, and that opens me up for a whole bunch of things. Now with the LLC, I'm protected legally, and there's a whole bunch of other things. That's why I did it. But the AdSense account that I started was under my name. Now that I have a business, I need to switch everything to the business. That meant opening a new AdSense account for Google Ads, and it took over a week. So that whole week, I was making videos, publishing videos, the stuff that's out there. I'd had no income because it was 3 years down the road when I decided to treat this like a business. Now, luckily, I'm only making about $8 a day and not $800 a day. If I would have waited, it could have been 10 days at $800 a day. That's a big chunk of change out of my pocket. Set yourself up beforehand so that things run smooth. And that's pretty much all I got on the business side. Now let's go to the practical side of things. First thing out there, No one cares. Remember that. Nobody cares. No one cares about the 30 hours you spent making a 15-second intro for your channel. If you look at my analytics, when I had the intro with the song, I mean, it was really cool. And I spent hours doing these things, changing them, making them super cool for every area I went. My retention time was super low because as soon as I put that intro, everybody clicked off. Nobody cares about the animation. You spend hundreds of dollars having someone animate your logo and making it look super cool with the sounds and everything. No one cares. This is not your personal, it is your personal channel, but people are not coming here to see you. They're coming here for information. Nobody cares about all these flashy things. Just get to the point, make better quality videos, and that'll help you grow and not lose that retention. Because like I said, every time I put the animation, my logo animation or the intro, people clicked off and went to another video. Your subscriber count doesn't really matter. I know that's a little controversial because everybody wants subscribers, and a lot of people think by subscribing they're helping you, and this is true until you get to 1,000 subscribers. After that, what matters is the views. And it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have if you don't get views. Remember, when we're talking about Google AdSense, you get paid per view. My main channel, my English channel, I get paid about $6 to $7 per 1,000 views. My videos, even though I have close to 10,000 subscribers, get 600 views. And there's many reasons which I'll get to, but there's a lot of mistakes I made that I want you to avoid. Now, what's interesting is on my Spanish channel, I used to have the two channels combined, then I broke them up. My Spanish channel, I get about $2 per 1,000 views. The difference is where those videos are played, because the ad revenue, the people paying for the ads are gonna pay more in wealthier countries, where Latin American, Hispanic, Spanish countries, they're not gonna pay as much. So I need to generate 3 times the same amount of views on this channel to make the same as I make on my English channel. And that's just how it works. That's why you'll see a lot of people that don't even speak English trying to make YouTube videos in English, because the ad revenue, it pays a lot more if you get those views in English. Now, why do I not get views? If I have close to 10,000 subscribers, why am I not making those views? My opinion is that people subscribe to hundreds of channels. I know I do. I subscribe to a lot of channels. I don't always get a chance to watch every channel that I subscribe to. When you subscribe to 200 channels, YouTube is not going to notify you of every channel you subscribe to unless you hit the bell. I have, in 3 years of doing this, I've mentioned the bell once. So remember to hit the bell if you're interested in photography and how to make money with photography. Hit that bell so you can get notified when I make a video. In 3 years, I've only said that once. Why? Because I thought if you subscribe, it'll pop up on your screen. But when you subscribe to 100 channels or more, YouTube is only gonna recommend the videos that you're already watching. The next reason why no one's watching my videos is because they're not findable. The title is so important, and I screwed this up so much in so many videos. Over 100 videos on my channel are not findable. I found this out because somebody watched a video of the coast and they wanted to watch one about the giant labyrinth on the beach the circle in the sand drew. My very first video on them. And this person asked me in the comments, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll respond with the link of the video. I go on to search it and I can't find it. I had to go back to the history and go down to when I made that video 2 years ago to find it. The title in that video said, Giant Walkable Labyrinth on the Beach. That's what the video is about. That's the title. The problem is nobody on YouTube is looking for a video on a giant walkable labyrinth on the beach because most people don't know these things exist. Titles like Circles in the Sand, Band in Oregon. A lot of people are looking for Band in Oregon, and a lot of people are looking for Circles in the Sand. Any of these titles, any of this combination of words in the title would make that video findable. But Giant Walkable Labyrinth on the Beach is a terrible title, so be specific to your titles or no one cares. Remember that.
Nobody cares.
And literally just last week, 2 weeks ago, I had this aha moment where I realized another mistake I've been making all along. I just made a video on macro photography and a lighting technique, but I mentioned 3 separate techniques in this one video. If you go to YouTube to learn how to make a photo of a ring where the shadow looks like a heart, that's one technique. I included that in this video, but nobody knows it's there. because you're not searching for that technique. So you just see a video with the title, Creative Lighting for Macro. You don't know what you're gonna watch, so you're not gonna click it. Unless I'm specific, you're not gonna click that video. Now I had 3 different techniques in this video: blending and stacking lights, this shadow ring, and then photographing a rock. I could have made 3-4 minute videos that get to the point, show you the technique, and move on to the next one. And I guarantee more people would have watched that than not one main video about creative lighting effects, because you don't know what you're gonna watch. You don't know what you're gonna get. And that's the whole thing with YouTube. Make the title and the thumbnail to what you're gonna get. No one cares. 3 years and I just now had that, whoa, yeah. Whatever, you live and learn, and we continue to grow on what we're learning. I made a video asking, how much money do you think I made doing stock photography? And that video got about 5,000 views. Then I repackaged the same video. I made it again, same information, but this time I said, how did I make $170,000 shooting stock photography? Now that one has almost 60,000 views, 10 times more views than the other one. Same information, just a different thumbnail, different title. Why? Because no one cares. Nobody knows who I am. If you see me out on the street, nobody knows who I am. Why would you care how much money I made selling stock? That's not important to people. Now, if I say how I made $170,000, of course you're gonna click, because you wanna learn how you can make money doing stock. No one cares. Try to keep it specific, get the attention, go to the point, and stop with the questions. Ooh, what are we gonna do this week? I did a video like that 2 years ago. I was debating whether I went to the Grand Canyon or to White Pockets, and that was my video. The thumbnail split in half, White Pockets, Grand Canyon. Why would you watch that? You don't know what you're gonna get. Why would you click on that? And ooh, where are we gonna go today? Grand Canyon or White Pockets? It doesn't matter. You're not gonna click on it because it's not specific. If you wanna see something in White Pockets, click it. If you wanna go to the Grand Canyon, make a video about the Grand Canyon. No one cares who you are. No one cares where you go. Be specific, and then people will start to follow you. But you need to be specific on your titles, your thumbnails, and not be vague, because no one cares. Remember that. That's the biggest thing you can take out of this video.
No one cares.
Now, this is again where the niche comes in. Why YouTube videos are so specific and channels are so specific. I started this channel as a travel photographer. That was what I wanted to be my niche. Quite frankly, because I did not want to touch on stock photography. The reason? Stock photographers have a very bad reputation because we sell our photos cheap and we are not seen as good photographers. Again, no one cares. You guys are here to learn something. When I was doing the travel videos, very few were watching, and it got very expensive to go out and film every day. My life circumstances have changed. Things in my clients are now asking for more things, so I can't move as much. So I'm more specific to stock photography, and that's why I've been making more and more videos. One video on stock photography made me 1,000 subscribers. I spent thousands of dollars traveling and had nothing to show for. But one video got me monetized. One video on stock photography. No one cares. Now I don't care, because I know I'm reaching people, I'm helping people, I'm teaching people how to use the camera and how to make the best they can out of the gear that they have, and that feels good. I don't care if you think I'm a real photographer or not. My unfair advantage is stock photography, because I've been doing it since 2010. I know it inside and out. I made a lot of money from it, and I can teach people how to make some money from it. I'm $180,000 good stock photographer. There's other ones that make way more, that for sure, especially if you're full-time. I'm not full-time. I can help you get better at photography in general, because that's what I've learned with stock photography. Again, no one cares. I was embarrassed. No one cares. I don't care now. I'm just here to help, and help me at the same time. Now let me give you some tips, because ad revenue is not enough to generate some income. Let's start with, over the last 3 years, I've been working about 200 hours a month, and finally now my highest income earning month has been $300. That's $1.50 an hour. For the first year and a half, there was no income. It was all free because I wasn't monetized. So finally I'm making about $1.50 an hour. Now you can see how ad revenue, it's just not enough. So There's multiple ways that we could increase that revenue using YouTube. One of them is using affiliate links, Amazon affiliate links. Every YouTuber has a list of things that what they use, and whatever you click on, that'll take you to Amazon. No matter what you purchase, Amazon's gonna give me a 1 or 2% or something like that as a referral link. Just make sure that you have an audience when you put those links there, because I had to do it twice. I did ask all my family and friends to use those links, and I found out that I needed better family and friends, because in 3 months, not one person used those links. Today, I have a wider audience and a lot of people are using those links, which quite frankly helps me make these videos, because $1.50 an hour here in the US, that's not a livable wage. And then talking about affiliate links, I also work with Hohem gimbals. So I work with Hohem because I like their products, they're a good price. I put their links in my video description. You guys get a discount through those links and they pay me a higher commission. I'm trying to get the same thing set up with small rigs because I like their products. I get emails every day from different companies, but they have bad reputations, and I don't want to work with somebody that's going to give me a bad name or end up with a bad reputation. So working with companies is a great way to generate some marketing sales as well. Sponsorships, these are awesome, but I don't have any. Not one person has reached out to me to sponsor my videos because I don't have the views. The views are very important if you want to get sponsorships. The other way that I can make some income with the channel is channel members. Members, right now you can set prices, $3 a month, $10 a month, whatever, $20 a month. I only have set up right now the $3 a month, and I have a couple of members. So you guys, thank you very much. Greg, thank you so much. Because right now I'm not offering much, but I do plan on growing this and doing some behind the scenes and doing different things like that, and give you guys priority on photo reviews, because you're helping the channel, you're helping me, you're helping Bambi eat her last meal. Do I have a violin song here? Channel members are another way that you can grow your channel, and it used to be done through Patreon. So you had behind the scenes footage, or how we do this, or different tutorials, different ways to interact with your community. Become a member and you can see some behind the scenes. I'm gonna start adding more. Maybe I'll set the GoPro in the corner when I'm doing setups, when I'm doing different shoots, and you can see some of the behind the scenes footage that's only available to channel members. If you offer different things, you can offer discount to channel members. You can do, this is another way to earn revenue from your audience already. And then there's tips. This is something I had no idea about until like a year into it. Like something like buy me a coffee. I'm extra grateful for everybody that goes there and buys me a coffee, because this takes up like I mean, you've seen it, hours of work to make a video, and then when they don't get any views, we don't get compensated for it. But there's a lot of people that will go and buy me a coffee because of the information I shared, and that feels amazing every time I get an email like, oh, somebody bought you a coffee. Now I'll be honest, sometimes I do buy a beer with that money, but it's something that makes me feel really good knowing that that was a tip from somebody. This is another way that you could add revenue to your channel, because like I said, we need as many fingers out there as we can. The other way you could generate some money is selling something to your audience, because a lot of you guys want to support what I do. So remember, you need to offer something and remind people you have something for sale, just like I learned with Arya Stark and Game of Thrones, oysters, clams, and cockles. If you don't know I'm selling something, you're not gonna buy it. So just now, 3 years later, I finally working on my website and I have the calendar for sale. I bought the calendars months ago, but I had no way of offering them, so I never told anybody. So if you're interested in a calendar, check out the website. There's a link right here in the video description, and that'll take you to my new website, which is a work in progress, but I'm happy with how it's going. It's just gonna take me a little bit of time to have it set up. Right now, I'm only offering private video reviews, photo reviews, and the calendars with a couple of prints, but it's gonna grow and grow into something else. I'm excited about that too. Now, one of the best things you can do to start making YouTube videos is get comfortable with your camera. Everybody says that your first 100 videos no one's gonna watch, and that's because we're terrible in camera. If you go back to one of my first videos, you'll be like, oh my God, what are you doing? You have to get comfortable in camera. This is not easy. This is way strange, talking to a camera. And when people are walking around me, forget it. I just can't do it. But get comfortable being on camera, because you're gonna be on camera. Now, the next thing that's important is your audio. I'm using a wireless mic, a Rode mic. There's DJI mics, there's other mics that are good quality microphones. People are gonna watch a bad video if your audio is good, but no one's gonna watch a good video if the audio is bad. That cracking, if you can't hear what you're saying, it doesn't matter. So you need to invest in a good microphone. The camera, it doesn't matter. I spent a lot of money on a good camera because that's the field I'm in, photography and videography. So I need to make the best of the best to represent my brand. If you're making videos on gardening, it doesn't matter what camera you're using. The information is what's key. And then remember, get to the point because no one cares. Remember that one. That one's really important. If you need to set up a business, if you need to set up an LLC, talk to a lawyer. I'm not a business lawyer. I'm not an accountant. Talk to somebody that knows these things and see if it's the right thing for you. For my channel, this was a good move. It just, try to get that up front instead of going backwards later in time. This is not advice. Well, yeah, the advice is go talk to somebody that knows what they're doing. And if you're interested in photography, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get notified. Remember the bell. Hit that bell so you can get notified when I make a video because, that's what we do. I want to share more about photography. I want to grow the channel with more people that are interested in photography, all things photography with a little bit of stock photography because that's how we can make some money. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this was a little insightful video on how and what us YouTubers have to think. And remember,
No one cares.
and if we're selling something, make sure you tell people you're selling it because no one's going to know and no one's going to buy it if you don't sell it. Oysters, clams, and And if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. If you guys have seen or know of other things, this might be helpful for everybody else. So let us know in the comments and I'll pin the top comment with the information that, I might have missed. So again, guys, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, bell. See you guys in the next video. Bye.